the future martial arts man.
Marshal St. Xiaoyu said, "If you do not return them, you might face great danger. The guide is from a martial civilization that is more advanced than ours. Even at the same level, our Azure Planet martial artists and theirs are not on the same level at all. Not to mention that the guide is level 10. Lord Lu Sheng may be strong, but you really must think this through," Lu Sheng said. "You seem to be very familiar with the martial civilization that the guide comes from. Tell me more about it." Marshal St. Xiaoyu replied, "Sigh. I do not know much. I just happen to live for a long time. That is why I naturally know more," she said as she pressed on a screen. A monitor appeared. Marshal St. Xiaoyu continued, "Our Azure Planet is a level 1 resource planet in the Serpentis galaxy, and the guide comes from a powerful battlefield planet." Lu Sheng asked, "Level 1 resource planet? Battlefield planet? Is this how higher civilizations categorize planets?" Marshal St. Xiaoyu said, "That is right. It is according to the planet's attributes. For example, our Azure Planet contains a planet-level resource like energy crystals, but not many, so it was designated as a level 1 resource planet. As for battlefield planets, my guess is that they are situated near the beast battlefield. The battle situation is fierce, just like how the battlefields on our planet guard the cave fissures. In addition to battlefield planets and resource-rich star systems, there are also garden stars that are picturesque and filled with stunning wonders, but they contain few resources and have a relatively low level of civilization. There are also civilization planets, which are suitable for living, and garbage planets, which are used to discard trash. Each type of planet has its own level and purpose, just like our societal structure. Is this not the same as the sociology of Azure Star? It seems that while the universe is vast, as long as humans exist, there will not be much difference. According to what the guide revealed, any planet has the potential to become a battlefield planet. Once mutated beasts begin to invade, and if the invasion becomes severe enough, the planet will become a battlefield. Our Azure Planet has the potential to turn into a battlefield planet." Lu Sheng looked at her and said, "Oh, why?" Marshal St. Xiaoyu replied, "The guide comes once every decade. Apart from collecting resources, there is also the important task of checking the status of the beast invasion on the planet. So that means the entire universe is at risk of being invaded by beasts? In general, yes, every civilization is working hard to eliminate this threat." After the two of them exchanged information, Lu Sheng said, "The pressure on me has lessened greatly, as there are experts dealing with the beasts. I finally do not have to become the so-called savior anymore. With great power comes great responsibility. With my current abilities, I only have to manage the Azure Planet well and constantly strengthen the lower ranks of our martial artists. That alone is already a great contribution." Marshal St. Xiaoyu said, "Anyway, according to the guide, our Azure Planet will eventually become a real battlefield planet. When that time comes, humans will not be able to live on the surface. But who knows how many years later that will be. We will definitely be able to live out our lives in this peaceful era." Lu Sheng suddenly felt something and shouted, "Caillou, Marshal Saint, do not jinx it. Besides, have you never thought of leaving Azure Planet?" As she began to sweat, Marshal St. Xiaoyu said, "I do not want that. I just want to have many children and grandchildren and live a peaceful life. The martial path is too long and too arduous. Although I yearn to reach the peak, it is all just a yearning. I already know that breaking through to Martial Saint is my limit. I have spent many years of my life fighting along the martial path. Now, I want to leave some time to do what I want to do. Lord Lu, if you wish to leave the Azure Planet, then you should not offend the guide. The guide holds the path to ascend to level 10, as well as the road to leave the planet. With our current technology, we are far from being able to build spaceships capable of interstellar travel." Lu Sheng said, "Lin Zhengyu is right. It is not enough to leave just by becoming stronger. Without the support of technology, we cannot even take the first step. I'm not sure about level 10 martial artists, but level 9 is definitely not enough to travel through space with only the body. Do not worry, I know what I am doing." Marshal St. Xiaoyu replied, "All right, I will not try to convince you anymore, but let me tell you more about their advanced technology, such as their spaceships," and the two of them continued to converse. A moment later, Marshal St. Xiaoyu said, "Oh right, my lord, that girl Wanwan, are you really not going to reconsider?" Lu Sheng blushed and said, "Ah, where were we just now? If, let's say, that Dong Qingshu agrees, it is not that I cannot force myself, grit my teeth, and reluctantly go along with it. Maybe I will just marry a few more concubines. Hey, I will still strictly enforce having only one wife, but I cannot bear to watch other women cry. In the end, Lu Sheng was invited to stay for dinner. During dinner, all the familiar faces appeared, such as Lin Wanwan, Dong Shengyi, and others. At night, Lu Sheng's home Lu Sheng was shocked. Inside his dreamscape, he looked at the updated information. Lu Sheng said, "The information about space is still not unlocked. Comparing with Lin Zhengyu's information, I discovered that all the information I searched was fake. It is so strange. My personal authority is still stuck at level 10. It looks like only after truly reaching level 9 or officially defeating a level 10 will my authority rise to level 11. The description about the future after the update seems interesting. The system said, we'll meet the guide in October and survive 3 moves without dying. Break through to level 9 3 years later." Lu Sheng said, "In other words, there is still a big gap between me and the guide, and I can only guarantee that I will not die." That is right. This kind of strength that can nearly kill me but does not is exactly what I want. Only this can give me pressure and motivation to break through. Let me see what happens next. The system said, 5 years later, perish in the destruction war on the Azure planet, enjoying 28 years of life. Lu Sheng was shocked and sweating. He said, "What the fluff is this? I die again? And this time the Earth is also destroyed? What? The information has not changed." Looks like this dreamscape is extrapolating the most likely future based on current data. There must be something going on that I am unaware of, or I missed out on a very critical piece of information. What exactly is it? This is something that can cause the destruction of the Azure planet, and I cannot stop it even after reaching level 9. Level 10 powerhouses definitely cannot do it. It only exists at level 11. Level 11? Either it comes from space, or it comes from the cave fissures. Could it be him? If he were to escape the abyss, it is very likely he could destroy the Azure planet. Although this world is full of danger and anything is possible, I still cannot confirm the true cause of the Azure planet's destruction. As the ground cracked, Lu Sheng looked above in frustration and said, "Fudge! It is all because Lin Zhengyue jinxed it. Otherwise, there would not be such danger. She just said this morning that she wants to live out her life in peace, and now a world-ending threat appears. It is definitely her fault, but there may be a solution. After all, there are still 8 years before I turn 28. There is a lot of room to maneuver in these 8 years. It is a massive calamity for me right now, but maybe in 8 years, it will be a crisis that I can resolve with a wave of my hand. But taking a step back, if I cannot resolve it, could I escape? At worst, I will just take the people closest to me and flee the Azure planet. But I cannot abandon the billions of people on the Azure planet with a clear conscience. Darn it, I must become stronger, and with greater speed. Only by becoming stronger will I have the power to change everything." 7 days later, Lu Sheng waved goodbye to his parents with Dong Qingshui and said, "Mom, Dad, we are heading out now." As Lu Sheng's parents watched them go, his mother said, "He just got back a few days ago, and now he is leaving again." His father replied, "He is going to Qingshu's place. Qingshu is a good girl. It is time for them to settle down." As Lu Sheng and Dong Qingshu held each other's hands, Dong Qingshu asked, "Are you nervous?" Lu Sheng replied, You should be asking your dad that. I think he is the one who is more nervous right now." And a few hours later, at Dong Qingshu's residence, Dong Qingshu's father sipped his cup of coffee while reading a month-old newspaper. Suddenly, he spat out the drink in shock. "Ugh, why is it powder? I forgot to add water." "Gulp, gulp." Dong Qingshui's mother asked, "What is with you? You tried drinking coffee without adding water? Are you not fully awake?" As Dong Qingshui's father muttered, "Freak." Her mother poured cold water into his cup. Her father mumbled, I am a dignified level 7 grandmaster. And yet I am too nervous." His wife said, "Seriously, it is just our son-in-law visit. The way you are acting is making me nervous too." He replied, "What do you know? You are just a housewife. Do you realize who he is? The military's war god, sweeping aside all saints, a pinnacle among mortals. Each of his titles and achievements is a massive honor. Just thinking about them gets your heart racing, let alone all that packed into one person." She sat down and said, "You tell me, how did someone so amazing fall for our daughter?" "Honestly, I have been in a daze these past few days, like I am dreaming." Her father added, "I feel the same. Before turning 70, I always thought my 2 sons were my greatest pride. Who would have thought? My greatest accomplishment was actually giving birth to a 3rd daughter." His wife said, "Maybe it is the ancestors' blessing. Besides, our daughter takes after me." Suddenly, her phone rang. She answered and said, "They are almost here." Startled, Dong Qingshu's father exclaimed, "That fast?" Let's hurry downstairs. Make sure the staff do not treat that boy like a son-in-law. He is to be treated like a deity. His wife added. The Chin and Wang families also caught wind of this and are heading to Dalianshan Airport. Do you think that is appropriate? Should we send them back? He put on his coat and said, no need. Both families gave me a heads up beforehand. We are longtime friends. Honestly, it is only proper that they come to greet him. His wife replied, all right, I will go change clothes and head over with you. A few moments later, at Dalianshan Airport, the officers waited patiently. As the plane landed, Lu Sheng and Dong Qingshu stepped out. The officers saluted and said, welcome, sir. The motorcade is ready, awaiting your orders. Lu Sheng thought to himself, are they planning to clear the way just for us? When I first started cultivating martial arts, I really admired those top martial figures. No matter where they went, they were always surrounded. It looked so cool and imposing, but now, I have lost interest in that glamorous life. The more I gain, the more I lose the joys of an ordinary life. Dong Qingshui said, how about we go over ourselves? Lu Sheng replied, yeah. You know me, I never liked crowds. Lu Sheng pulled Dong Qingshu close to him and said, let's go. Suddenly, they leapt away. The officers were shocked. Huh? Where did they go? A bald, shirtless man in the back shouted, the Lord has disappeared. And a few moments later, 10 kilometers away, Lu Sheng hailed a cab. He and Dong Qingshu got inside. Dong Qingshui said, driver, take us to Qinghu Villa Dalianshan. The driver responded, all right, sit tight. As they drove away, the driver said, hey, you two are not some celebrity couple from the entertainment world, are you? With your looks and aura, you two top everyone I have seen in all my years driving a cab. What is that old saying? A perfect pair, like the golden boy and jade girl. Lu Sheng replied, driver, you are too good at compliments. Qingshu, you better tip this driver an extra 100% yuan on the way back. Dong Qingshui said, oh, stop. Half an hour later, the cab stopped. They saw officers in their path. The driver said, whoa. Is someone important arriving today? With this much fanfare, can you two even get in? Looks like they have set up a security line. Is this private property? Lu Sheng replied. No worries, we will sneak in. He handed over fake money to the driver. The driver said, ha ha, just don't get caught. Good luck. Then he muttered to himself, with their aura, they must be from some prestigious clan. Maybe they really can sneak in. In Dong Qingshui's house, 1,000 officers surrounded the area. Lu Sheng and Dong Qingshu crouched behind a bush. Lu Sheng whispered, this is way too many people. Are you sure we are at the right place? Dong Qingshui spotted someone and said, that's Qin Xiaojun. Lu Sheng smirked. Let's go say hi. As Qin Xiaojun smoked off in the distance, he was suddenly startled and shouted, whoa, holy cow, it's you two. Lu Sheng said, disrespecting a general? 10 hours of standing in military posture. Qin Xiaojun groaned, you are going too far, man. Do not forget who helped you win Dong Qingshu. Lu Sheng laughed. I was just joking. Long time no see, Instructor Su. Qin Xiaojun grinned. Ha ha ha, long time no see. Lu Sheng. Did you guys come back because of that news too? Lu Sheng asked. What news? Qin Xiaojun looked surprised. You seriously don't know? The war god of the military. He has beaten every martial saint in the world. You could say he has surpassed them all. And that new body refinement technique recently adopted by the military. Surely you've heard of it. That was his creation. It is groundbreaking. Dong Qingshui asked, is he really as powerful as the rumors say? Defeated all the martial saints in the world? Lu Sheng, have you fought him before? I only know you beat Ji Wusheng. Lu Sheng started sweating and thought to himself, I didn't expect the military to keep this matter so tightly under wraps. I was just worried that such a grand entrance would expose it. But with the scene at Dong's place earlier, their family probably already figured it out. I plan to tell her at the end. I wonder if Qingshu will be mad when she finds out she was the last to know. Qin Xiaojun asked, oh right, Lu Sheng, after you beat Zhao Ji and escaped that battle, what happened afterward? Even my dad said it became top-level classified info. Tell me everything, come on. Heh, you are pretty much a martial saint yourself now, just slightly below that big shot. Dong Qingshui interrupted, you know it is top secret, and you still ask? He hasn't even told me. Lu Sheng scratched his face. You didn't even ask. Dong Qingshu exploded. Are you trying to embarrass me? Lu Sheng said meekly, my bad. Qin Xiaojun said, let's talk inside. They say that big figure is coming here. I thought you two knew about it and came back on purpose. Didn't expect I'd know more than you. Dong Qingshu asked, what would someone that important want with our Dong family? Qin Xiaojun cleared his throat. Ahem, it's said. He's here to choose a bride, not just from the Dong family. Afterward, he'll visit the Chin family too. He might even tour dozens of noble families across the capital to choose from. You know how it is. The more powerful someone is, the more their genes matter. At the back, Lu Sheng spat blood from shock. He wiped his mouth and said, "Darn it, who the heck spread that rumor?" Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.